Hey, it's Stewart, Beals fan 1225, and I made a video about a year ago explaining how to do some home recording studio stuff, and that video has recently gotten a lot more attention. I've been getting a lot of personal messages, and in the comments I've been getting a lot of questions, and that's all really great. So what I want to do is I want to start making a series of videos to address some of those questions, some of those common ones I get, and to continue to teach you guys how to record as I learned to record, because that video was about a year ago and my entire setup is different from now. If you want to see that video, it gives some details that I won't be going over in these videos. You can see it right there. It's going to be over the Beatles faces right there. So, what I want to do is in this video I want to go over how to record guitars, electric and acoustic, because it seems to be the most common question I get. Is how to mic a guitar, should I mic a guitar, what's the best way to record these, all that stuff. So we're going to start with acoustic and then we're going to go to electric, and that's what we're going to do in this video. So let's get into that. Okay, so how to record an acoustic guitar. Now the best way in my opinion is to mic an acoustic guitar while recording. You could use a sound hole pickup, which is what I have right here, but I use this mostly for live recording, or you could also plug it in. But the best, most natural way you're gonna get is if you mic it instead. So, I am still using these Audix OM2 mics I talked about a year ago. I still love them. I have, I have half a dozen of them now. They're fantastic microphones. So, what I like to do is, and keep in mind, you can get what's called instrument microphones. I think the Shure SM57 is out there. I'm pretty sure that's an instrument microphone. Those are going to be a little more directional towards your instrument, and they might be a little bit better for what you need. In my opinion, I love the Audix OM2s. You can listen to all my website, listen for yourself. Now, it's not plugged in right now, obviously, because I'm not really recording. But what I do is I put it on a mic stand, and you're not going to want to put it, you're going to want to put it about, 6 inches, about that far away from, kind of your guitar, depending on how sensitive the mic is. Now keep in mind, you're not going to want it down here at the sound hole, because then you're going to get really, you're going to get those big bass sounds. You're going to want it up at about, a lot of websites are going to tell you the sweet spot's about like the 7th fret right there. So you can kind of put it like towards that range right there. I like to put it kind of towards the 12, towards your double dots right there. That's where I seem to get kind of the sweet sound. So I kind of put that towards my double dots, maybe point it a little bit in this direction towards the sound hole to get a little bit of that too. So if you can kind of see in the video kind of where it is right now, it's about right here. And this is where I get the best sound. Now keep in mind, with a mic like the Audix OM2, you're going to pick up some vocals too if you have another mic up here and you're singing vocals. This isn't that big of a deal, because once you have the vocal track going over the other one, no one's going to notice that. So, but like keep in mind, if it depends how loud you're playing. Like if I'm doing the Cook Seasides, like, do you want to go to the seaside? They're going to hear me singing in this microphone because that's a soft song. Also, I'm going to turn the microphone up for that song because that's a really soft song, or any finger-picked song. That's all gonna have to, the mic's gonna have to be either closer or turned up. Whereas if I play like Jack White's like Love Interruption, where it's like, I won't let love disrupt her, I'm going to me. That's gonna be a lot louder on the guitar, and it's gonna be louder on the mic. So whenever you're recording these, you need to adjust your mic levels accordingly so you're getting the correct volume levels. You're not overdoing it, because if you get that really loud E in there and your mic's too sensitive, you're gonna hear the on the mic, and that's not gonna sound good. So it's really just trial and error. You should have your studio headphones on, maybe a little knob very close by, so you can easily do your adjustments and figure it out. But that's kind of the direction area you want to mic an acoustic. So let's move on to electric now. Alright, so a common misconception among new recorders, and one that I made myself, was that I have an electric guitar, that means I need to plug it in. Now that is not the case. You need to be miking your electric amps as well. It works better if you have a nicer amp, obviously. So right now I'm miking my Fender Cyber Twin, and I have the noise gate setting on the amp. That gets rid of the, it turns it back on when I'm playing, but you can't hear it because I'm already playing. So if your amp has that, that's good to have. If not, GarageBand has that setting. It's not as nice. I don't really like it. But most editors will have a noise gate setting to which to turn off that hiss, because most amps are going to make a little hiss. So notice how I have it directly in the middle. You might want to double mic it. You might want to put one like up there and one right there, or maybe even one down there. But I like to have it right here in the middle, again with that Audix OM2. I also like to have it directly, pushed up against it. If not touching the cloth, fuzzy barrier, I like it to be within a few centimeters of it. Now, because it's so close, you don't need to be playing loud. I'm playing even a little bit louder in this video, just so you can hear it. But you really don't need to be playing loud at all. Because if you're playing chords especially, like if you're going, you really do not need to have the volume very loud at all, because you have a sensitive mic, especially on mics like the SM58 or the OM2. Those are going to be really sensitive to noise, so you need to have the volume really low on those. You do not need high volume. You can turn it up in your editor, because if you turn it up on here and not in your editor, what's going to happen is you're just going to get all this, distorted noise. And then when you're soloing, this is when you can kind of turn up the volume just a little bit, and you can go. So when you're soloing, you can have a nice clean setting on, you can have that noise gate on, have this push directly up, and you're going to get that into your audio editor and it's going to sound great. Just one thing to be careful of is, especially when playing chords or when playing maybe deeper blues notes, if you're playing if you're playing those deep blues notes down here, deep blues notes are going to get that rubble too. So make sure that when you're playing deep notes or playing chords, that you have the amp turned down and then turn it up in the audio editor later. That way you're not getting distorted sounds or hum or buzz, because you want to be able to create the cleanest sound you can. So that's how to record the electric guitar. So I hope this video is able to give you some good tips on how to record the guitar a little better. I'm going to continue to release these videos based on the questions that I get asked the most. If there's something you guys would like me to highlight, please let me know and I'd be happy to go through that. I'm actually recording my second album right now, and I'm doing it all in my home, and I'm actually doing it with a band where we're recording drums and piano and multiple guitars and multiple vocals and all sorts of cool stuff. So I'm definitely learning how to go through a lot more of this, and I love to share all that knowledge with you guys. And we're actually going to release a few videos of recording the album, so you guys can actually see and learn how to record a professional sounding album. So I hope these videos are helping you guys. Send me any questions, as always. I'm happy to answer them. I've been overjoyed to be able to help some people in the past few weeks, and we'll release these as often as I can. The next one's going to be on vocals, and we're going to keep going from there. So thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.